There's a simple amino acid supplement that's been sitting quietly on pharmacy shelves for decades. Most seniors walk right past it without a second thought. But here's what's interesting. Doctors have been using this exact compound in hospitals for years, not as a supplement, but as genuine medical support for specific health situations. And recently, more seniors over 50 have started asking their doctors about it, because they're noticing something unexpected after just 30 days. Now, what if I told you that this supplement has absolutely nothing to do with trendy wellness fads, and everything to do with something your body naturally makes less of as you age? The surprising part? Most people have no idea what it actually does, or why their body might benefit from a little extra support after a certain age. Stay with me, because near the end, I'll share the most common changes seniors report after 30 days, and why timing matters more than most people realize. Before we go any further, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? Your city, your state, your country? It's always wonderful to see how many seniors from different places are curious about the same things. And if you'd like, feel free to share your age too. There's no pressure, but it's encouraging to see people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond all learning together. While you're typing, I'd also love to know, have you ever heard of NAC before watching this video? Just drop a quick yes or no in the comments. It helps me understand what's helpful to explain, and it helps other seniors see they're not alone in their curiosity. Thank you for being here. Your engagement truly makes these videos better for everyone. Now let's talk about what NAC actually is, what it does in your body, and why more seniors are becoming curious about it after 50. In the next 20 minutes or so, you'll discover what NAC actually is, and why hospitals have used it for decades in specific medical situations. The one thing your body makes less of after 50 that NAC directly supports. Why many seniors notice subtle changes in how they feel after 30 days, and what those changes might mean. A simple way to understand whether NAC might make sense for your routine. And a practical tip at the very end that even doctors sometimes forget to mention, but it can make all the difference in how your body responds. Make sure you stay until the very end, because the final insight is often the one people wish they'd heard first. And here's a thought. If you notice one thing in this video that surprises you or makes you think differently, leave a quick comment. Your insights and experiences help other seniors who are watching too. Alright, let's begin. This is where most people get confused, because the name sounds complicated. NAC stands for N-acetylcysteine. It's a modified form of an amino acid called cysteine. Now, don't let the science-sounding name intimidate you. Think of it this way. Your body uses amino acids like building blocks. They help make proteins, support your cells, and keep various systems running smoothly. NAC is simply a version of one of those building blocks, except it has a special ability. When you take NAC, your body can use it to make something called glutathione. And glutathione? That's one of the most important antioxidants your body produces naturally. Here's the thing. After age 50, your body's natural production of glutathione tends to slow down. Not dramatically, not dangerously, just gradually, quietly, over time. And that's where NAC comes in. It helps your body create more of what it's starting to make less of. Does this sound familiar? Have you noticed that your body just doesn't bounce back the way it used to? Drop a quick comment. Even just your age and where you're from. It's comforting to know others feel the same way. But here's what makes NAC different from a lot of other supplements people talk about. Why hospitals use NAC? Almost no one explains this clearly, but it matters that NAC isn't some trendy new discovery. It's been used in hospitals for decades. In emergency rooms, doctors give NAC to people who've accidentally overdosed on certain medications, particularly acetaminophen, which is the active ingredient in common pain relievers. Why? Because NAC helps protect the liver by boosting glutathione levels quickly. Now, I'm not saying you need NAC for an emergency. What I'm saying is this. The medical community has known for a long time that NAC supports the body's natural detoxification processes. And as you age, those processes can use a little extra support. Think of it like this. When you were younger, your body's cleanup crew worked around the clock without much help. But after 50, it's like that crew is still working hard. They're just working with fewer tools. NAC helps restock the toolbox. You don't need to do anything dramatic. If you're curious, simply knowing that NAC has legitimate medical uses can help you feel more confident exploring it with your doctor. Have you ever had a doctor recommend NAC to you? Or is this the first time you're learning about it? Share your experience below. Your story might help someone else. But most seniors actually don't start taking NAC because of liver support. They start because of something else. The mucus connection here is something seniors rarely hear, but it matters after 60. NAC is what's called a mucolytic. That's a fancy word that means it helps thin mucus. Now, you might be thinking, why would I care about mucus? Here's why. As you age, mucus in your respiratory system can become thicker and stickier. That's just part of how the body changes over time. For some seniors, especially those who've dealt with seasonal congestion, allergies, or occasional respiratory discomfort, this can be frustrating. NAC helps thin that mucus, making it easier for your body to clear it naturally. It's not a cure for anything. It's not a medication. It's simply a gentle support that helps your body do what it's already trying to do. If you've noticed that clearing your throat in the morning has become more frequent, or if you feel like there's always something there that won't quite go away, NAC might be worth discussing with your doctor. Does this sound familiar? That stubborn feeling of needing to clear your throat, especially in the morning? If you've experienced this, drop a comment, even just yes or your age. It's helpful for others to see they're not alone, but the next benefit often surprises people even more. Energy and mental clarity. Most seniors actually do the opposite of what's coming up. Remember glutathione? The powerful antioxidant your body makes less of after 50? Well, glutathione doesn't just help your liver. It helps protect your brain cells too. As you age, oxidative stress, which is basically cellular wear and tear, increases throughout your body, including your brain. Some seniors notice they don't feel quite as sharp as they used to. Not forgetfulness, exactly. More like mental fogginess, or that feeling where you walk into a room and forget why you're there. Or maybe it's energy, not exhaustion, but that subtle, persistent fatigue that makes everything feel like it takes a little more effort. NAC, by supporting glutathione production, helps protect your cells from that oxidative stress. Now, I want to be very clear. NAC is not a miracle brain booster. It's not going to make you feel 30 again. But many seniors report that after 30 days, they notice subtle improvements. A little more mental clarity. A little more steady energy through the day. If you try NAC, keep a simple journal. Just note how you feel each week. Sometimes the changes are so gradual, you don't notice them unless you're paying attention. Have you noticed any brain fog or energy dips as you've gotten older? Share your age and whether this feels familiar. Your experience helps other seniors feel less alone. But there's something else happening in the body that NAC supports, and it has to do with inflammation. The inflammation factor. This is where most seniors get confused. Let's talk about inflammation for a moment. You've probably heard that inflammation is bad, but that's not quite accurate. Inflammation is actually your body's natural response to injury or stress. It's part of healing. The problem isn't inflammation itself. It's chronic, low-level inflammation that lingers for months or years without resolving. And as you age, that kind of inflammation tends to increase. It's sometimes called inflammaging. It doesn't cause dramatic symptoms. Instead, it shows up as stiffness, occasional joint discomfort, or just a general sense that your body feels less comfortable than it used to. NAC, by boosting glutathione, helps your body manage oxidative stress, which in turn can help reduce some of that low-level inflammation. Again, it's not a painkiller. It's not a medication. It's simply a gentle, supportive nudge in the right direction. If you wake up stiff most mornings, or if you notice your knees feel less comfortable after sitting for a while, NAC might be one small piece of a larger puzzle. But always talk to your doctor first. Does this sound familiar? That sense that your body just doesn't feel as comfortable as it once did? If you've experienced this, let me know in the comments. Even just your age and location. It's comforting to see how many seniors share similar experiences. Now, let's talk about something most people don't consider: the immune system. Immune system support. Almost no one talks about this, but it matters after 60. Your immune system relies heavily on glutathione to function properly. As glutathione levels decline with age, your immune system can become less responsive. Not weak, necessarily, just not as sharp as it used to be. That's why some seniors notice they catch colds more easily, or take longer to recover when they do get sick. NAC helps support glutathione production, which in turn helps your immune system stay balanced and responsive. It's not going to prevent every illness, but it might help your body respond a little more effectively when challenges arise. If you're concerned about immune support, NAC can be one part of a broader approach that includes good sleep, gentle movement, and nutritious food. Have you noticed your immune system isn't what it used to be? Share your thoughts below. Your experience might help another senior feel understood, but here's where timing becomes really important. Why 30 days matters. Here's something seniors rarely hear, but it matters. NAC doesn't work instantly. It's not like taking a pain reliever where you feel different in 30 minutes. Instead, NAC works gradually, building up glutathione levels over time. Most people start noticing subtle changes around the 2 to 3 week mark, but the most consistent reports come after 30 days. Why? Because it takes time for your body to restore glutathione levels and for those benefits to become noticeable. Think of it like watering a garden. One watering session doesn't transform the plants, but consistent watering over weeks, that's when you see the difference. If you decide to try NAC, give it at least 30 days before deciding whether it's helping. Your body needs time to respond. Does this make sense? That some changes take patience rather than happening overnight. If you've ever tried a supplement and given up too soon, let me know. Sometimes we all need the reminder that patience matters. Now, let's talk about dosage, because this is where people often make mistakes. Understanding dosage. Most seniors actually get this wrong, that NAC typically comes in doses ranging from 600 milligrams to 1,200 milligrams per day. Some people take it once a day, others split it into 2 doses. The most common starting dose is 600 milligrams once daily, usually in the morning. But here's the key: more is not always better. Your body can only use so much NAC at a time. Taking excessive amounts doesn't boost benefits. It just puts extra work on your kidneys and liver. Always start with the lowest effective dose and only increase if your doctor recommends it. If you have trouble swallowing pills, NAC is available in capsule form that you can open and mix into water or juice. It has a slightly sulfur-like smell, which is normal if you're already taking other supplements. Take NAC at a different time of day to avoid overwhelming your digestive system. Spacing things out helps your body absorb everything more effectively. Have you ever felt confused about supplement dosing? Let me know in the comments. Your question might be one others have too, but there's something important about timing that most people miss. When to take Natura is what most people don't realize, that NAC is best taken on an empty stomach, about 30 minutes before a meal or 2 hours after. Why? Because food can interfere with absorption. But if NAC bothers your stomach when taken alone, it's okay to take it with a small snack. Better to take it with food and absorb most of it than to skip it entirely. Some people take NAC in the morning. Others prefer evening. There's no perfect time, just consistency. What matters most is that you take it around the same time each day, so it becomes part of your routine. Set a daily reminder on your phone. Link it to something you already do every day, like brushing your teeth or making your morning tea. What time of day works best for you when taking supplements? Morning? Evening? Share your routine below. It might help someone else build theirs. Now, let's talk about something most people forget to mention: potential side effects. This is where honest information matters. That NAC is generally well tolerated, but some people experience mild side effects, especially in the first few days. The most common? Digestive discomfort, mild nausea, occasional bloating, or loose stools. This usually goes away within a week as your body adjusts. Some people also notice a slight sulfur smell or taste. That's normal. NAC contains sulfur. Rarely, some people experience headaches or skin rash. If that happens, stop taking it and talk to your doctor. Start with a lower dose, even half a capsule if needed, and gradually increase over a week or 2. This gives your body time to adjust. Have you ever experienced side effects from a supplement? How did you handle it? Your experience might help someone else navigate their own journey. But there's one more thing to consider before starting NAC. If this video is already helping you understand NAC a little better, tapping the like button helps other seniors discover this too. And I genuinely love reading your comments. Whether you share your age, your location, your experience, or just a simple thank you, your engagement makes these videos better for everyone. Now, let's keep going, Because the next part is something even doctors sometimes overlook. The myth about antioxidants. Here's something most seniors don't realize, and it changes everything. You've probably heard that antioxidants are good for you, and they are. But here's the myth. Most people think you need to take lots of different antioxidant supplements to stay healthy. The truth? Your body makes its own antioxidants. And the most powerful one is glutathione. External antioxidants, like vitamin C or vitamin E, are helpful, but they work on the outside of your cells. Glutathione works on the inside. It's like this. Imagine your cells are houses. External antioxidants are like neighbors who help keep the yard clean. That's valuable. But glutathione? Glutathione is the cleanup crew that works inside the house itself, in the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom. And that's why supporting your body's own glutathione production is so powerful. NAC doesn't give you glutathione directly. Instead, it gives your body the building blocks to make its own. That's the difference. It's not about flooding your system with external antioxidants. It's about helping your body do what it already knows how to do, just with a little extra support. Remember at the beginning, when I mentioned that NAC has nothing to do with trendy wellness fads. This is why. NAC works with your body's natural processes. It doesn't override them or replace them. It supports them. And that's why so many seniors notice subtle but meaningful changes after 30 days. Not because NAC is magic, but because their body finally has what it needs to function the way it's designed to. Does this make sense now? Why supporting your body's own systems is often more powerful than just adding more external supplements. Has this changed how you think about antioxidants or supplements in general? Let me know in the comments. Your insights help others think more clearly too. So far, we've covered what NAC is, why hospitals use it, how it supports glutathione production, and why that matters for your energy, clarity, immune system, and comfort. We've also talked about dosage, timing, and what to expect in the first 30 days. But there's still one more important insight, something practical that even doctors sometimes forget to mention. And it may surprise you more than anything else we've discussed today. The vitamin C connection. Here's the final tip. And it's surprisingly simple. NAC works even better when you take it alongside vitamin C. Why? Because vitamin C helps recycle glutathione in your body. Once glutathione does its job, vitamin C helps reactivate it so it can work again. Think of it like this. NAC gives your body the building blocks to make glutathione. Vitamin C makes sure that glutathione lasts longer and works harder. Together, they're more powerful than either one alone. You don't need a fancy, expensive vitamin C supplement. A simple 500 milligrams dose of regular vitamin C, the kind you can find at any pharmacy, is enough. Take your NAC in the morning and take your vitamin C with a meal later in the day. That's it. Simple, affordable, and effective that if you have trouble with pills, vitamin C comes in chewable tablets or powder form that you can mix into water or juice. You can also increase vitamin C naturally through foods like oranges, bell peppers, broccoli, and strawberries. Your body absorbs vitamin C from food just as well as from supplements. Doesn't it feel good when the answer is actually simple? Not complicated, not expensive, just straightforward and practical. I'd love to hear if you try this combination. Let me know in the comments what changes you notice after 30 days. Even small improvements are worth celebrating. Here's what I want you to remember. No matter your age, whether you're 50, 65, 75, or beyond, your body can still improve. You don't have to accept discomfort, fatigue, or fogginess as inevitable. Yes, aging brings changes. That's natural. But many of those changes can be gently supported with simple, consistent habits. NAC is just one tool. It's not the only tool, and it's not magic. But for many seniors, it's a helpful piece of the puzzle. Progress comes from consistent small steps, not from doing everything at once. Be kind to yourself. Be patient. And remember, improvement is always possible. If you enjoy learning simple, senior-friendly ways to support your health, please subscribe. I share new videos like this regularly. Always calm, always practical, always honest. And if you'd like, tell me in the comments which part of today's video stood out the most. Was it the glutathione connection? The vitamin C tip? Or maybe something else? And if you're planning to try NAC, let me know. Even just drop your age and where you're from. Your comments help other seniors feel less alone and more encouraged. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.